Hello everybody and welcome to episode number 5 of the Strategy Explorer video tutorial. After a lot of analysis, we are now reaching the final phase of the Strategy Explorer process, which is all about identifying the most promising way towards the vision. Typically, there are different ways to reach a goal, and each of them consists of individual big steps that bring you closer. Therefore, step number 5 is about identifying these possible steps. In the Strategy Explorer, the field Big Steps, Strategic Options and Objectives is used to collect and prioritize the significant moves that should be considered. This activity builds on the previous work and can be enriched with additional out-of-the-box thinking. The content we are looking for are qualitative goals, measures and action fields of sufficiently strategic level. It can be generated by 3 different ways, as described in the graphic. The straightforward way is to copy the really strategic moves that have come up in the SWOT analysis and put them into the Big Steps field. If there are minor things that add up to a relevant field of action, cluster them under a new headline. An additional and recommended way is to take a step back and ask yourself, what do we really need to do to make our vision a reality? Try to generate some out-of-the-box ideas here. Sometimes that could be things in plain sight that nobody dares to say out loud. A more mechanistic approach involves systematically combining the insights from the SWOT fields with each other. How can the strengths be used to exploit certain opportunities or to avoid the risks? How can weaknesses be overcome by grabbing one of the opportunities, and which weaknesses need to be addressed in order to be protected from the threats? Decide for yourself if you want to use the third option or not. After collection, the big steps need to be prioritized in order to find out which of them should be considered for the final strategy and which ones should be ignored. The field Big Steps in the Strategy Explorer provides a simple linear scale to prioritize the options. On the right-hand side, place the options where you say, yes, this should definitely be done. In the middle, those where you are not sure, maybe it is the wrong time or they could be used as add-ons. And on the left-hand side, the things which should rather not be done. This prioritization is simple and intuitive. If you feel you need more sophisticated selection processes, carry them out on an Excel sheet, for instance in a prioritization matrix, and then transfer the results into the Strategy Explorer. As soon as you have identified the most promising big steps, you are close to finalizing your strategy. This will be the subject of the next episode. But before, let's have a look at the big steps for our EcoMeet example. The EcoMeet team has derived quite a number of big steps from their previous analysis and from additional ideation on how to reach the vision. They quickly see that the findings can be clustered into 3 big areas: marketing, production and technology leadership. The team is aware that they can only reach the vision if the product quality is excellent and if it is available in huge quantities and at a competitive price. Only then extensive marketing seems to make sense, which is not yet the case. This makes the EcoMeet team consider what would be the most favorable thing for them to do. In principle, technology leadership and mass production are 2 potential routes to take. The team is convinced that they can maintain and extend the technology leadership, but is unsure about the mass production. They do not have the competence and it might not be sensible to try to do it themselves. It could be more useful to license the technology and let others do the production. In this line of thought, they even generate an additional idea: the modular factory. This could be a way to enable small producers to take part in the story with a standardized approach, thus helping to ramp up the worldwide production quickly. There are many more considerations, but this already gives some indication of what the most promising strategy for EcoMeet could be. As always, have a look at the articles on the Strategy Explorer homepage or on LinkedIn for more information about the current step number 5. I wish you great discussions and hope to see you again soon.